I mean, inclusion, diversity.
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta follow your heart. It doesn't matter what color you are. Just make the music, because music has no colors.
Absolutely.
Music has no boundaries. Music is music. Music saves lives. So that's what I'm hoping to do.
That is the power of country music. This is Up in Country, powered by vLiveCast. I'm your host, Sue Bonzell, bringing you rising country artists direct from Nashville. Now let's get this show started. She has a doctorate in theology. She is an Army veteran, and she is an amazing country artist. Brei Carter is here. Welcome, Brei.
Thank you so much, Sue, for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm loving that you're here. We have a lot to talk about. First of all, I mean, the amount of schooling. I'm looking at your resume, and I'm like, dang, this girl's like smart. So tell me about all of this college that you went through.
Well, you know what? My mother, she's just always been about get your education. You know, the things that we hear as a little kid. And, you know, originally I'm from Louisiana. I got my bachelor's degree. Then I joined the military, got my master's degree, and then went on to the workforce, active duty, went back, got another master's degree, and then got a doctorate in theology. So I'm an educated girl, I guess.
She is an educated girl. She's smart. She's smart. She came to my show, so she's very, very smart.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's kind of an interesting route for you. And I think that you had a pretty high-end job before you decided, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to do this country music thing. Tell me about that. Like, how did you get into, like, hey, coming to Nashville, I'm doing the country music thing?
Well, unfortunately, back in 2014, my biological father, he passed away, and there was just something in me, did a little soul searching, spending time with my father's family, and just realized that I was meant to do country music. And the weird thing is, actually, as I started on this journey, this path, my mom said, you know what, when you were little, you said that's what you wanted to do. So it's amazing how things kind of really come back full circle. So I was doing medical device sales. I was selling a pacemaker for the brain, helping people that suffer from severe depression and epilepsy. And it was just burning inside of me. And I said, hey, you know what, no more. It's time for me to do what God is leading me to do. Nice. And Nashville bound I was.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty incredible. I mean, it's kind of like a leap of faith in some ways.
For sure.
To say, okay, I've got this job, you know, and usually medical sales, you do pretty well. And then you're kind of like, okay, let's go do country.
Oh, for sure. So when you say that leap of faith, you bring up a great point, because faith is everything to me. God is first and foremost. So everything that I do, it is based on God and faith, and trying to be led in the path and the direction I'm supposed to go.
And here she is. Now, so, okay, let's talk about some of your music. So I've heard it described, obviously country, but soul and Southern pop.
Yes.
So it's kind of a little bit of a fusion. So tell me about your musical style and kind of how you feel about it.
For sure. I say country because there you get all the instrumentation there. Some of the music you may hear twang, and it depends, not all the time, but it's really the instrumentation. In addition to that, the soul, I guess the gospel portion of it.
Okay.
Because growing up in Louisiana, growing up in Lone Star Baptist Church, a small family church, growing up singing in the choir, and I think some other people just coined it Southern pop. I didn't even know that it was
Is that a thing?
A Southern pop, Southern rock. I don't know. It just kind of intertwined together, and it just became Brei Carter.
But there you go. So it's your own personal style.
I like to think so.
A little Brei Carter brand. We like that. We like that. Now, I got to meet you originally at CMA Fest,
yes.
And that was your first CMA Fest. Is that right? So you got to perform.
Goodness. Yes.
Tell me about that experience.
My debut at CMA Fest 2022 this year was so surreal. Honestly, I am still hanging on that cloud, and I can't believe that it's over. Obviously, it is, because I'm back to the hard work, but it was just unbelievable. Just the fans there, the camaraderie, people getting together, the escort going back to perform on stage. And it's amazing that you're asking about this, because people were like, okay, so you've attended in the past? And I'm like, yes. They're like, so which do you prefer, being on the fan side or the other side? And I'm like, you know what? I love being a fan, but I'm on the right side. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So that's what's important.
And it's kind of cool. I mean, during the, CMA Fest, you're looking around and you see all the, the dark vehicles with the dark windows and the Chinton. It's like, ooh, who's in there? And it's like, oh, it's Brei Carter. That's who's in there.
Yes. One day you guys will really know me, but it's still a process, and I'm still growing.
Absolutely. So now you got a new album, correct? Is this an EP?
Do. I knew a new album coming out.
Okay.
Called Brand New Country. Probably the August, September timeframe It'll be fully released. It's going to be a treat. There's probably going to be at least 15 songs on the album, and some of the songs will be songs that I've released previously,
right.
But there's going to be a ton of new tracks. So
Ooh,
definitely check me out.
Okay, so we have to talk about Charley Pride.
Yes.
Kiss an Angel, Good Morning. You covered that song. Is that going to be on the album?
Of course. Of course. I mean, I grew up with my father singing Mr. Charley Pride, Kiss an Angel, Good Morning.
Yes.
So it was just fitting for me to actually do that song. And, when I first recorded it and I decided to do it, Mr. Charley Pride was still alive. And I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God. One of my dreams was that I record it. He would love my rendition of it. And then someday we'd be on stage performing it together. Yeah. But unfortunately, before I released it, he had passed away. But his wife, Miss Rosine, she actually gave her blessing on my rendition of it, the video and all of that. So, I mean, it's still a dream come true, and I'm still really happy about that.
Oh, that's really neat. So, I mean, let's talk about being a Black artist in country music. Mm-hmm. So, I'm loving seeing so many more, especially Black females coming up in country music. What's your experience been like with that in country music?
You know what? It's been kind of hit or miss. Everyone's different, only because some people aren't used to it. Well, me being from Louisiana and living in the country, I grew up with the music. I grew up with the culture. So it's who I am. So It's not an act. It's not me trying to be something that I'm not. And I think over a period of time, people will see that. But I've had some great experiences, but I've had some that hadn't been so great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did a performance during the CMA Fest, and I was told that I guess some good old man or something. I'm just going to say some good old man. When I was on stage at the Opry Mill Mall, he came by and he was just like, he was kind of shocked because I had the poster and he heard the music. He was like, So like, bah humbug, but who cares? I mean, you know what? I'm being true to myself.
Absolutely.
And this is the journey and the path. So I'm going to keep pressing forward.
Well,
so the more the merrier. I mean, inclusion, diversity.
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta follow your heart. It doesn't matter what color you are. Just make the music, because music has no colors.
Absolutely.
Music has no boundaries. Music is music. Music saves lives. So that's what I'm hoping to do.
That is the power of country music. It's very powerful.
It is.
And I love, like you said, it's who you are. You're expressing yourself. And that's one of the things I love about country music is it is so healing for so many people in so many different ways. When you're putting out your music and things that you're writing about and your style, and people connect with that. And it's like, I just love that. And I love your voice.
Thank you.
So what's next? Okay, it is time for my world famous game, Truth or Truth, here at the Up and Country Studios in Nashville. Are you ready to play, Brei?
I'm kind of nervous, but I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Okay, you get to pick your own questions. Yay!
Tell us your cheesiest pickup line.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh my goodness. Can I pull another one?
Yes, you can if you want to. You'll think of one on the way home.
Right.
Trust me.
What's the craziest thing you've done on public transportation? Completely undress and redress. That's the craziest thing.
That like in the back of an Uber or taxi or something like that? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I had to strip down once and fully get dressed because I was running crazy late, got stuck in traffic, and just had to fully disrobe and re-robe.
Got to do what you got to do, right?
Yes.
And you're like, yeah, eyes forward. Eyes forward, everybody. Okay, good.
Do I get another one?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm nervous. Ooh, if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Okay.
Well, I'd probably choose between three things. My mom's strawberry punch bowl cake, which is to die for.
Yum.
Sushi. I'm a sushi fanatic, sushi lover. Probably cheese.
Yeah, that's kind of like if you were on a deserted island. It's like, for me, it's like the cheese and the wine. That's what's going with me. Those Those are good. So what's in what's the strawberry punch bowl
Yes,
cake?
strawberry punch bowl cake. It's a big punch bowl that my mom makes, and it's layered tons of strawberries, Cool Whip, her special yellow kind of cake, white cake that she makes. And there's layers on top of layers, and you got to dig down and scoop. And it is, it is to die for. When I'm home and she makes it, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that punch bowl cake, yes.
Right. It's okay. Sugar overload does not matter, right?
No, not at all. Plus, there's no calories in it. She removes all the calories. There's no fat.
She does, exactly, because she loves you.
Yes,
see?
Of course.
It's made with love. That means no calories.
Exactly.
We got it all figured out. You want to do one more?
One more.
Okay, one more.
What is the one thing you would stand in line an hour for? I would stand in line an hour to see a great concert, to hear some good music. I would do it all day, every day.
Who would be your number one? Maybe somebody you haven't seen yet, or somebody you'd like to see.
I've seen Shania Twain. I love her. I haven't seen Dolly live. There's just so many. Honestly, there's so many old greats that I'd like to see, because who knows when they'll be gone or I'll be gone.
Right.
So really, anyone that I love their music, I'd spend an hour or two just to hear them perform.
Dolly, I would definitely,
for sure.
I'd wait many hours
Definitely.
to see Dolly. For sure.
All day, every day long. All day, every day long.
Bring the sleeping bag and the pillows.
Yes.
And okay, we're making a thing.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for playing the game. She answered wonderfully, didn't she? All right.
Except for the cheesiest line. And I know I'm going to think of that when I leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll think of a good one. Call me.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, I'll put it in the comments.
Okay.
So we've got the album. Are you going to be playing some shows in Nashville or anywhere else?
Yes. Well, I have, the other big thing is the Josie Awards. I was nominated for Modern Country, Female Country Singer of the Year.
Wow.
And also my song Gave Him a Girl that got released last year and went to radio. It charted on Music Row and what have you, and played at a lot of different stations. So I'm hoping to actually win that award for Song of the Year and Modern Country Female Singer of the Year.
Wow, what an honor. That's really cool.
I really think so.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so that we can look forward to that. We'll be like checking to see.
That's in October now.
It's in October. Okay, we're going to stay tuned for that. And of course, go get her album. It's out now, is that correct?
No, the album
Oh, that's right. You said September, October.
Yes, August, September, the album will be out and ready. It's going to be titled Brand New Country. So, and it's going to be kind of brand new country, because you're going to get a little of everything. You're going to get a little of who Brei Carter insight. And just one more thing, Sue, I want to talk about that you mentioned, how country music is healing. You know, the stories that are intertwined and interwoven into other people's lives. My story is someone else's stories.
Yes.
So we can all relate with one another one way or another.
Yeah, so. I totally agree with you. Yeah. And now, when I first met you too, this girl has got the style like that doesn't quit. And y'all got the fringe. I love the fringe. I was wearing a fringe something, and then you turned around, I saw you again, and you had it too. So
see,
like we were all about the fringe.
Yes. And I haven't worn it yet, but I will be definitely wearing that vest.
Okay,
it's
good.
Really nice, yes.
So follow Brei Carter. It's BREI, Brei Carter. So make sure you find her on the socials. And you can check out her style too. And of course, the music.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate the follows, the likes, the love, purchase, the downloads, all of the above, and all of the love and support.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today. And we'll definitely keep an eye on you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching Up in Country. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. We do new episodes every Tuesday, and be sure to follow Up in Country on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And you can follow me too at Sue Bonzell on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.